It's your boy PM. So this is a change up. It's a true story. Listen up. Becca went to public school when she was 16. She just wanted to go up to support her parents, making the money was her dream. She was always showing at an adolescent, it was a lesson. She was too young to realize that money wasn't all as it seems. She just wanted to make her family proud like on the TV screens. So she met this boy named Mark, he was also 16. He was always tough and confident and treated her just like a queen. Eventually he asked her out, and then she busted out with a shout, and then she really screamed. Yes was the answer, cause love and loyalty is what they both mean. They ended up having a baby, it was crazy in the early teens. It was hard for them getting part-time jobs. Their legs and arms would always thrum, but it was worth any pain, any strain, any sprain. For the baby they would never ever stop. They were always working at 16 just to make ends meet up in a convenience store shop. Parents always pitching just to help them get on top. Father would not, they saved up money and living comfy. Then they decided to get married, but sometimes luck can be scary. Not a second thought, they were both ready. Later down the road, her parents died of an on-site murder. Money laying all around her, nothing was taken, but it really hurt her. Dressed in all black, lost memories are never coming back. This would always replay in their mind, and they really blurred her. Losing her sanity, the tragedy has always stirred her. 10 years in the future, moved on from the past. At last, she's living in the moment. Her husband off to work with a smirk, saying goodbye, I love you, that was his slogan. Usually he took the long way all day, but now he's cruising on the highway like he stole it. Riding on the right side of the lane, it's insane. A truck swerved into his car, leaving it frozen. His life flashed before his eyes. He didn't even realize before he could act. He died on impact and everything was broken. It caused a big explosion. Next thing you know, she gets a call, but that's not all. The police showed up to her front door with the death of her husband. Then she hit the floor, dropping to her knees, saying, God, why for? The next day, it was on the morning news. They said he burnt to death, and then she blew a fuse. Lost and confused, he just left, and now he's taking a permanent snooze. Daughter and mother, but the hearts felt broken and bruised. She was a stay-at-home mother, but a job she must pursue. Didn't get her diploma, GED. Too busy with life up in her shoes. Damn. Ended up getting a job in grocery for selling booze. Saving for her daughter's education, what she chose. Getting a babysit for her daughter, $15 an hour is what she offered. Saved up for her daughter's school, but now it's gonna cost her. Always put it up money in the jars, what she had preferred. Little Susie always came first. In her mother's eyes, she would always realize that she was never disturbed. A few more years in the future, as she's sitting at a computer, a manager position for the company, and she was a tutor. Life was looking up, and her job have improved her. Susie was about 17. She always fiend for her father, but she knew her mom was working hard, so it didn't bother. Becca had a couple thousand in the jar for her daughter. Her parents always said it's better to have a plan B, is what they taught her. Saved up seemed like a good deed, but Becca was always feeling sick, food she wouldn't need. So medications is what she would really need. She was always taking a shower, and one night she put her hands right through her hair, and then she felt the bald spots that was there. Damn. Dropping to her knees, saying, Lord, help me please. Now she made a prayer, but when I had around her kid in public, she couldn't stomach her kid seeing it there. She was dying and felt so despaired, lost and drained with no repair. She went to the doctor with no insurance, but they insured her. They said, cause you lost your job, it wouldn't matter. FMLA plays that factor, is what they said. But now she's drowning in the debt. Another day from work, she couldn't even pay rent. Stress and tension always building up, and she's falling in depression. Well, late night she woke up and cried, and then she questions, why am I living? Then she prays to the heavens, sorry for everything. God, please watch over my child. Please don't let her be defiled. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, but my life is like a never-ending constant war, and I don't understand what I'm really fighting for. It's 3 a.m. and she gets out of bed, going to her daughter's room, and this is what she said. I hope you live your life to full potential. I can already see that you will be successful. Always be yourself and never be just mental. We all fall short, so always be respectful. I love you more than anything, any ring, any bling. I'm sorry how to be this way, who knows, you may even see me another day. Then she kissed her daughter on the cheek, walking out the door. Then she grabbed her keys to a car for the ignition start. No expressions or emotions, just felt dope inside her heart. Late night cruising, she don't know what she is doing. Driving just to get stress off her chest, cause she felt like her life was ruined. A few more miles later, a bright white sign that said, buy one get one free. Smith & Wesson ammo came with any weapon. Walking back right to her car, she sat down and thought about it. Putting the gun right to her dome, and she doubted.